Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Come. Hey, first and foremost, again, I want to start off with giving all honor and glory and praise and worship to our power, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQDASH. Double honors to our apostles, our elders, a great millstone, rule well, teacher, and sound doctrine, strong shalom, to the hopeful elect, and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, children of the Lord, have mercy on these last days. All right, your brother HAQDASH representing the GMS Church here in Cleveland. Lord willing to bring out a quick, edifying dream testimony. All right, now I already did this lesson, already did this testimony, but for some reason, it's this one right here. If anybody, this one right here, it says dream testimony, the war in heaven will happen soon. I did this account testimony already. It says 2 weeks ago, over 12 days ago. But when I went back into it, it had no sound to it. 30 minutes in, no sound, right? But it's crazy because people was on the comment board. I don't know. So that's how Satan works. He's the prince of the air. So I'm gonna just tell it again in a smaller increment. Okay, it's not gonna be 30 minutes. But basically, now this was an actual encounter with the spirit because I was sleeping on the floor. I like sometimes I sleep on the floor and I do things like that to put me in the places of to be uncomfortable, so that my mind can stay sharp. And and one of the older brothers actually told me it's a word for that, which is called voluntary hardship. All right, where you put what that's called voluntary hardship, where you put yourself in different positions, so that when the unexpected comes, you're not caught off guard. You're on your P's and Q's, right? So this is one of those nights, like I said, I was doing this before I found out it was an actual thing. It was a name for it, which I'm glad through the spirit of Rawchaa, he placed on the older brother to the head of our camp to tell me what it actually was. And I was actually asleep on the floor. And this particular night, man, it was uncomfortable. It was real uncomfortable. I was actually turning on my side on the floor. And all I remember is, like, usually I like, when I'm going to sleep, I like to meditate on the Lord. Like, I try to, my best of my ability, I try to, think about the scriptures, you know, you know, uh, meditate some way, whether it's a precept, whether it's the name of YAHWASHI, try to call on their names, and something in the spirit. And that was one of those nights, or lessons, trying to meditate on the spirit giving me lessons. In this particular night, I was meditating on the spirit giving me a lesson. And what happened? This will happen. I'm asleep. I remember me turning to my side. I remember me moving in my sleep. It was cold. I had no cover on me. I laid down, fell asleep without any cover or anything. So I was real cold, and then I grabbed the cover got off me, and I'm like, wow. And then out of nowhere, the spirit literally, a voice literally in my mind, the spirit gave me, it was like, it literally whispered in my mind. It was like Revelations 18, 2nd Esdras 13. And then it woke me up. And when I woke up, I was on my side and I was adjusting, and it woke me up. And it wanted it before. Oh, matter of fact, right before it woke me up, it wanted me to go do the lesson. Like, it woke me up. Like, it was like 4 or 5 in the morning. And if you know, that's the fourth watch. All right, what they call the fourth watch. That between 4, 5, and 6 a.m. It's a real spiritual time. It's a real heavy time in the spirit. Watch that. I think I reposted that lesson on the channel from a brother who actually went into the fourth watch. How Yahawashi was born during that time, and it's a lot, man. I don't want to. This is not about that. Go on our channel and watch that, the fourth watch, what they call the fourth watch. All right, the peak time, very spiritual time, and that's when I woke up. And the past couple of days, I've been waking up around that time, too. But when I woke up, the spirit was like Revelations 18, 2 Esdras 13. And I remember, and it said, it was like, go. It was like, go. And it was like, go. And it woke me up. Like, in that time, it didn't necessarily say go, but my spirit, in my spirit, it said go. Like, it was like, go. So that's when I woke up, and I was like this, doing like this, waking up on my side. But my goofy self didn't get up. I knew I was supposed to get up. Then this is why you're supposed to listen to the spirit. I knew I was supposed to get up, but I didn't get up. I was like, let me just get 1 more 2 hours of sleep. 1 more 2 hours of sleep. I roll back to sleep. And I was like, oh my God, I woke back up. Like, I jumped up, like, oh no, I should have got up. The spirit still had mercy on me. Oh, and then that's another reason. That's probably the reason why the lesson, because I told you this is the lesson. This is the testimony I did on this. It don't even have sound to it. So when I actually did it, when I woke back up and I did it, remember I told you it was working because people was on the comment board. But when you go back into it, it don't have any sound to it. So that's what happens when you don't listen to the spirit, you know, because I did a whole lesson. Like the spirit was flowing, like I was going in. I called it the spirit had me call it the war in heaven will happen soon. Because that's what the spirit gave me. It gave me Revelations 18, 2 Esdras 13, and it woke me out of my sleep to go talk about it. And I didn't do it right away. So I'm not gonna go into a whole lesson again. I just wanted to give that testimony over again, which was the first dream to kick off this compilation of dreams I've been having over the last week and a half, and which is going into Nineveh. Brothers who haven't seen that, how the dream, how the vision in the dream, it had me focus on Nineveh. I couldn't see none of the words on the page but Nineveh. How my REV dream about the chariots and about the wisdom, me being unlocked in the cage, and wisdom was guarding me, bro. It was like, bro, like, you know, the dreams, last couple of dreams has been heavy. In the dream I just had last night, the testimony I just did before this, about the Lord showed me that demon that's in massive death that's about to happen, a demon that's plaguing Philadelphia and California over the last couple of years, that they call it the zombie apocalypse. This dream right here, this testimony I'm telling right now, was the kick off of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been consistent within the last week and a half to 2 weeks. It's been consistent. And yeah, so I'm gonna just read a precept from. I don't have a particular precept on, that I had, but it just told me Revelations 18, the whole chapter, 2 Esdras 13. Because what did those two chapters go into? Revelation 18 goes into what? The destruction of Babylon. 2 Esdras 13 goes into what? Destruction of Babylon, but more importantly, them fighting Yahawashi. So the times we're about to get ready to go into, brothers and sisters, we're close. We're at the front door. We're at the door. Not even at the door no more. The door is open. Yahawashi is about to pour massive death out. He's that death angel. He's touching this place, as you see, with plagues and earthquakes and pestilence and famines. More famine is about to happen. A lot of death is about to happen. And most importantly, Yahawashi is nearer. Then, matter of fact, let me get that. And like I said, I want to just get two more presets and we close out. This is let me get this, Romans 13 and 11, and that knowing the time that now it is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe, and Yahawashi is nearer than when we believe. You remember that NASA had posted it on the TikTok. I think I did a lesson on it too on YouTube about the chariots. When NASA's live feed, and the guy was recording the Issacharite. I believe he was an Issacharite. He was recording it, and the chariots on NASA's live feed, and it had that big gigantic father ship. He said it looked like a whole city. Yeah, our salvation is nearer than what we believe. This is I'm gonna go to the first chapter that the Spirit woke me up to give, Revelations 18. I'm not gonna read all of it. Read it on your own, but I'm gonna read 1 and 2, Revelations 18 and 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, behold, the great Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, in the hold of every foul spirit, in the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. You know, and we're dealing and dwelling in currently Babylon, man. You know, this is Babylon, because when you go to Psalms, at 135, I believe. See, hold on, bear with me. 137, Psalms 137 and 7. Remember, O Lord, YAHWASHI, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, destroy it, destroy it, even to the foundation thereof, O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dashed thy little ones against the stone. So the daughter of Babylon is Edom, okay? And who rules the world, who governs America? Esau, okay? So going back to Revelations 18. And it's Revelation 18 and 10. Salaki. 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double, according to her works. And a cup which she hath filled to her double. 7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she hath in her heart, I said a queen. She said in her heart, I said a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord, YAHWASHI, who judgeth her. So the Lord is coming to judge her. All right. And because because of all her crimes and her iniquity, and 2, because she touched the apple of the Lord's eye, his elect. Jumping on to 20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High have avenged you on her. 24. And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and all that were slain upon the earth. So when you go to 2 Esdras 13, YAHWASHI is coming to fight on our behalf, right? The 2 Esdras 13, and I'm just jump down because you'll have to read from 1 to like 11, man. But for time's sake, I'm not gonna read all of it. I'm gonna just jump down into damn. Let me just start at 1. 2 Esdras 13 and 1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the ways thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that fathership, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, YAHWASHI, coming with Michael, Allah, the archangel, and all the army of heaven. When he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. Right? Every knee shall bow. I just did a lesson on that last night. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth felleth when it filleth the fire, right? Them chariots. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. Right? They're going to try to fight YAHWASHI. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and threw upon it fathership. But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. It was so big, it covered the whole sky, like you can't see where the beginning or the end of the sky is. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand nor held sword nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it has been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath that laser beams from the chariot. And out of his tongue he cast out sparks of tempest. And they were all mixed together, the blast of the fire, the flaming breath, and a great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Yeah, so there you have it, man. Those are the two chapters that the Lord wanted me to touch on. All right, and tell the congregation about Revelation 18 and 2 Esdras 13, because YAHWASHI it's about the destruction of Babylon, and 2 Esdras 13, like I just read, is YAHWASHI destroying the host, the army, Satan angels, and Revelation 12. Okay, goes into that. of Babylon. And remember, I had a dream about that, about actually the war, and the elect being beamed up. I saw it all, and it was simultaneously, like the scriptures say. And when the chariots came in, I saw the planes that said USA on it flying past, and then as soon as I saw that, the chariots shot boom, it blew the USA plane up, the warplane. It blew up, but right before it blew up, it was a portal where the elect was getting beamed up. They actually was walking into the portal, and they was once the portal, as soon as the portal closed, the plane blew up, boom. So, and that was last year. So, hey, that's on the channel too, on the page too. But hey, man, Lord willing, this just quick testimony was edifying, man. The main point was that the spirit, literally, you can't explain those type of feelings. The spirit literally rolled me on my side, gave me the scriptures to go into, basically told me to go and woke me up. You know what I'm saying? So again, the scriptures was Revelations 18, 2 Esdras 13, man. Why? Because we're literally at that time, man, where Yahawashi is about to make his entrance, man. Whether it's this year, whether it's next year, or 2000, what's this year, or whether 2025, it's going to be within these next couple of years, or this year. Lord willing, it's this year. So Lord willing, it's edifying. I'd like to give all honor, again, and praise and worship to BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQDASH. Again, double honors again to our apostle, elders, great meals. Don't we will teach you on sound doctrine. We learn this truth from through the spirit and power. YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. Double Salaki. And humble salutations to the hopeful elect that's scattered to the four corners of the earth, man. May your house be blessed. May the Lord protect you, as the scriptures say, as his word say, he will do in these latter days, man. All right, whether it's through death or whether it's not death. All right, so Lord willing, it's edifying. Again, walk up a ball, about the ball. DTA soon. Shalom.